Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Skyrim Anniversary Edition PS4 playthrough as Ruark the Redguard Vampire Hunter. Last episode, we investigated the missing Vigilant of Stendarr members, and sadly, arrived too late. The members were being sacrificed by a corrupted member of their own order, and we had to contend with our first vampires. We ended with revisiting Erandur and agreeing to investigate the curse put on Dawnstar by the Daedric Prince Vermina.
Beware of the Frostmere crypt, friend. Heard some bandits are living in the ruins now.
It feels good to finally have a chance to help these people. Helplessly watching them suffer has been difficult. The tower on that hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dog. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time before Nightcaller Temple was established inside. When the temple was active, the priests would rarely be seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence. The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entry hall. I was hoping to seek spiritual guidance from her. Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate, and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike. The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process. Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma, the more the mind can become damaged. Those who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their minds entirely. In some cases, a few never awoke at all. Once we get inside, all will become clear.
I have begun to trust Erandur, if only a small margin. I leave Lydia to head back to the Wind Peak Inn and await my return. I enter the Tower of Dawn to defy the will of a Daedric prince.
Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the Skull of Corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose. Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. Yes, you're right. I should have. But I didn't know what to say. When the orcs raided the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters behind to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible.
Erandur was a Daedric cultist, a vigilant turned vampire, and a cultist turned priest. Dawnstar is having me question whether man can truly change their ways.
It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within.
Wait, we're still under attack!
This library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need. We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. If you'll check the shelves around the balcony, I'll check around the lower level.
The book Erandur is searching for is titled The Dream Stride. It details a process in which a person can consume a tincture and pass into a different plane of existence, the Dream Stride. Once in this plane, they can experience a dream in the flesh. They will be transformed into an individual from the dream in question and be treated as such, that individual. There is also descriptions of a side effect, being able to wink out and back into the physical world, and, even better, a whole host of side effects, including sudden death. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world. I assure you, the Dream Stride is well known and Verminian lore. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. I will not lie to you. There is some risk involved. The last time the torpor was imbibed could have been decades ago. But I swear upon Lady Mara that I will do everything within my power to prevent any harm from befalling you. I believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. The laboratory adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged. For Dawnstar! I'll see you burn. I'm on you. I'm so hurt. I'll show you what a real. You're a fool, Mike. Gone, invader. You dare fight. Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a small bottle with dark liquid. You find it, bring it to me. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. Let's continue. We still have much to do.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
Agreed to the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell, my brothers.
Suddenly, I am, presumably, back in time at the Tower of Dawn, at the beginning of the Orc invasion. The other cultists see me as Casimir, one of their own. I am instructed to release the miasma. It does not appear that I have any choice. Any words I try to speak, or step I try to err, is impossible. I am a prisoner inside Casimir's body. Hopefully, this is all worth it.
Worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. After what you just experienced, you are not amazed? I'm at a loss for words. Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it. Wait. There, Daedric, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Erandur, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. We fight to the last.
Vermina.
I'll soon hurt you. I knew Erandur and Daedric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so? Yes, you're right. If they needed to die so that Dawnstar could live, then it was worth the price. It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara. First, an incantation to remove the barrier. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier, to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Erandur will turn on you. quickly. Kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me. In time, I believe I will. I'd constructed a meager shrine to Mara in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here. There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you.
Somehow, I managed to defy the will of Vermina. For a second there, all I could think of was the betrayal of Erandur, the mistrust I felt for him for lying about his past, the fact that he betrayed his fellow cultists in order to live, letting them all perish one way or another. I saw the staff, knew its power. With it, I could defeat the undead nightmare, slay the dragons. I could even take on the Thalmor themselves. But then, as if from the darkest corner of my mind, I heard a small but firm voice. You do not need the staff. The voice of Tawaka? Tal Papa? Before I could think on the identity of the voice any further, the ritual was over. The temptation of the staff was gone. I do not know if I can ever truly forgive Erandur. I don't know if people can truly change. But I do know that we performed good this day and cleansed the people of Dawnstar from the curse. And for now, that is enough.
This is a local favorite. One of the first songs I ever learned, Ragnar the Red.
Frost took my husband.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the
sorry.
Red who came riding
My mind
to
was
White
just
Rock
somewhere
from
else.
Warwick's stead.
Do you take a look?
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
My children all grew up and left Dawnstar to make their fortune.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Back in Dawnstar, at the Wind Peak Inn, the spirits seemed higher. They were still living in a fishing town on the Sea of Ghosts, but they could rest easier now. And they knew it. I rested, and I too felt more at ease. I decided to pay a visit to Carset and return the armor
Frost
of the
took
Vigilant.
my husband years ago. He was a good man.
It was not far along the road from Dawnstar that I heard the terrible, all too familiar roar. As if to remind me of my destiny and true quest, a dragon appeared on the horizon.
day.
I mined, worked the smelter. Ain't much else to tell.
My duty is to guard Rena Meredith.
Need something?
It's like the ancient legends. Dragon food.
Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. None escape the vigil. All come into the light.
Back at the Hall of the Vigilant, I informed Keeper Carset of the status of the investigation. Finric, a Vigil enforcer, was the one luring and sacrificing Vigilant members. I returned the armor of Azarain and an unknown enforcer. They were able to purify Finric's armor and remove the taint of Molag Bal. I also told them of my success with Erandur and the cleansing of the dreams. For my help, I have been accepted into their order on an honorary basis. I am unsure of my faith when it comes to the divines, but since our goals align, Carset and I have come to an understanding. I have been granted permission to use the hall as a base of operations whenever I find myself in the Pale, and get to keep the Vigilant uniform I procured for myself. After a short rest, I must resume my path towards destiny on High Hrothgar.